On 5th April, Israeli police raided Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa mosque and clashed with Palestinian worshippers not once but twice. In the raid, dozens of Palestinians were injured and hundreds were arrested. According to Al Jazeera, Israeli police were armed with batons, tear gas, grenades and smoke bombs, entered the mosque and beat worshippers including women. As per Israeli police, security forces were sent to the prayer hall of the mosque because masked agitators had barricaded themselves inside the mosque after nightly Ramzan prayers, in violation of an agreement ahead of the holy month that worshippers would not be allowed to stay in the house of worship overnight. This incident led to international criticism.
It is violation of international law and international humanitarian law, and it is violation of the historic status quo, which is an understanding that no one has the authority to regulate the security situation inside Al-Aqsa Mosque except Al-Waqf al-Islami, run by the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan.
Regional Arab countries like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar and Jordan condemned the raids. The violence at the holy sanctuary triggered rocket attacks from Gaza, South Lebanon and Syria, forcing Israeli air and artillery strikes. Currently, visits of non-Muslims and tourists to the sacred compound are stopped by Israel until the end of Ramzan, after 2 Palestinian gunmen were killed by the Israeli forces. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has flared up several times over the years. One of the flashpoints to the conflict is the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. To understand the conflict between the Israelis and Palestinians, we need to know the importance of the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound first. But before that, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to Moneycontrol YouTube channel. This is the old city in occupied East Jerusalem. The old city is divided into 4 quarters, and the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound is here. The site is holy to Muslims, Jews and Christians. This huge compound is known by several names. Muslims call it Al-Haram Al-Sharif, which means the noble sanctuary, or Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. In contrast, the Jews call it the Temple Mount. Muslims consider the 35-acre compound the third holiest site in Islam after Mecca and Medina. There is the Dome of the Rock. It is an Islamic shrine where Muslims believe Prophet Muhammad rose to heaven. And this is the Al-Aqsa Mosque, also known as the Al-Qibli Mosque. It can hold around 5,000 worshippers and is believed to be built in the 8th century. For Jews, the Temple Mount is the holiest site in Judaism. It is the place where 2 ancient Jewish temples once stood. And as per Jewish beliefs, the Temple Mount is where the 3rd temple should be built when Jewish Messiah arrives. And according to the Torah laws, the Jewish are not allowed to visit or pray inside the Temple Mount because of the site holiness. So Jews pray outside the Temple Mount at the western wall, considered part of the second temple. The site is also holy for Christians for its importance in the Old Testament, and it is believed that Jesus visited the temple. For the last 7 centuries, the compound was under the control of Muslim rulers and non-Muslims were not allowed to visit. But the Arab-Israeli War of 1967, also known as the Six-Day War, changed everything. Israel won the war and took the control of Gaza Strip and West Bank, including the old city of Jerusalem. But in the case of the Al-Aqsa compound, Israel made an agreement with Jordan in 1967. As per the agreement, the Waqf, an Islamic trust run by Jordan, would control the matters inside the compound, while Israel will control external security. Non-Muslims will be allowed at the site during visiting hours, but will not be allowed to pray there. This entire agreement was and is considered as status quo. However, in early 2000, post-Second Intifada, that is, the Palestinian uprising against the Israeli occupation, Israel forces started controlling not just the neighborhood of the compound, but the compound itself. It was the Israeli police that began to decide who goes in and out of the compound, and not the Waqf. It started to allow more and more Jews to enter the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound from time to time in the presence of security forces. In addition, the Israeli government has also allowed entry of Christian pilgrims into the compound. Israeli forces started patrols and conducted searches within the boundaries. The Temple Mount movement has gained momentum due to the growing power of far-right groups and religious hardliners in Israel. The movement is about several groups that want to end the status quo, like the new National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, who visited the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound within a few days after forming a new government. Following Ben-Gvir's visit, a UN special meeting was called to prevent any kind of escalation in the conflict. Like in 2000, Israeli politician Ariel Sharon entered the holy site with 1,000 police personnel. This led to the second intifada, in which more than 3,000 Palestinians and some 1,000 Israelis were killed. In May 2021, Israeli police stormed the compound, firing stun grenades and tear gas. This incident led to 11-day Israeli war on Gaza. Al-Aqsa mosque compound has been vital in the Israel-Palestine conflict over the years. Any wrongdoing related to the holy site has led to war, clashes, and more importantly, death of innocent Palestinians and Israelis.